Guys, I feel like we have been doing non-stop weapon reviews over and over, and that's just because we have so many. But it's not just a case about quantity, it's also just quality. These are truly unique weapons, and today we are going to be looking at a stasis aggressive sniper rifle called Critical Anomaly. Now, this is the raid sniper rifle, and it is very unique. Its perk options are things we have never seen on a sniper rifle before. So today we're going to be checking out every piece of this weapon. Now, jumping into the perks, in that third column we have Quick Draw, Opening Shot, Rampage, Keep Away, Rewind Rounds, Chill Clip, which is a weird one because that has never been present ever on a sniper rifle. And we also have Reconstruction. Don't worry, we're gonna be talking a lot about Chill Clip in just a moment. In our fourth column, we have Snapshots, Firing Line, Triple Tap, Explosive Payload, Chaos Reshaped, Headstone, and Bait and Switch. Without a doubt, guys, we have some incredible perks in both PvE and PvP on this weapon. The only thing holding this sniper rifle back is really its frame. Aggressive snipers with their 72 rounds per minute have historically been a tough sell inside of PvE. Their DPS greatly falling behind rapid-fire sniper rifles. But these perks might raise this sniper into the meta despite that weakness. So first, looking at our third column perks, the ones that really grab our attention are of course Rewind Rounds, Reconstruction, and the almighty Chill Clip. Now, Rewind Rounds has always been a great perk. Essentially, when this weapon's magazine is empty, it refills from reserves based on the number of hits. A fantastic perk, guys. Essentially, after shooting your entire magazine, Rewind Rounds will refill 60% of your hits back directly into the mag. And considering Critically Anomaly is craftable, the enhanced version of this raises that effect to 70% of its hits. Now, if we were to take Critically Anomaly with a max size of 5, we would get 12 shots off before needing to reload. Now, by itself, this is an okay effect, but you can actually accomplish almost the same thing at base with Reconstruction. This perk is another one we've seen roll in a lot of different weapons, and it reads that the weapon slowly reloads itself over time, up to double capacity. Now, think of this perk as like a combination of overflow and auto-loading holster. It's perfect. You got the ability to get 200% of your mag size. We can now cap ourselves here at 10 shots in a row before needing to reload, or just stow the weapon to let it load itself, which happens by loading 10% of the mag every 4 seconds, with the enhanced version decreasing that interval to 3.5 seconds. If there was another perk in the third column that you would want as just a safe pick, Reconstruction is definitely it. But moving away from that, we now have Chill Clip. This is the first time we have ever seen it on a sniper rifle, but it states here that direct hits with the top half of the magazine causes a detonation that slows nearby targets. Now, I think we're all very familiar with this perk for fusion rifles. Riptide, Deliverance, Burden of Guilt, pretty popular on fusions. But here on Critical Anomaly, each hit from this sniper rifle adds 50 slow stacks, which means just 2 shots from this sniper rifle, the target is frozen. Now, this was actually recently changed with the launch of the final shape, as Chill Clip was tuned to work better on anything that is not a rapid fire fusion. But alongside a freeze comes a shatter, and this is where Chill Clip acts like a damage perk. For instance, here at Carl, a shatter deals 19,312 damage alongside the bullet that causes it. I should also mention that the damage of the bullet itself is increased by 10% since it's against a frozen target. Now, when we talk about DPS later, we won't be including this as bosses, which is what you'll be using this on, self-shatter, and you can't reliably guarantee that damage increase as you're in direct competition with your teammates on who deals that next piece of damage. Regardless, the mag of 5, you get 3 slowing bullets and 1 freeze and shatter. And if you go enhanced Chill Clip, this does nothing but give you +5 stability. What the hell, Bungie? Now, before we start comparing what perks is best here, we still need to look at our fourth column. With these perks, I wanted to try out Triple Tap, Chaos Reshaped, and Bait and Switch. First, looking at our damage perks, we have Chaos Reshaped and Bait and Switch. Both of these actually culminate in almost the same damage increase. They just have very different activations. Chaos Reshaped reads that this weapon gains bonus damage while in combat for an extended time, and remaining in combat for even longer rewards a larger damage bonus and periodically heals the wielder. And this perk works on stacks based on time spent in combat. You get ×1 for being in combat for 12 seconds, and you get ×2 for being in combat for 24 seconds. At ×1, your damage is increased by 20%. In ×2, this caps out at 35%. Now, the healing is what's so nice about Chaos Reshaped. We're talking 30 to 40 HP every 7 seconds while you remain at ×2 stacks. And Enhanced Chaos Reshaped decreases both timers by 0.5 seconds, which means you'll get to both ×1 and ×2 even faster. All in all, Chaos Reshaped is an interesting perk as it's like a souped up frenzy. And I think it's been overlooked on a lot of other different raid weapons. Critical Anomaly Anomaly might actually be the first weapon I craft with this perk, although it could be interchangeable with bait and switch. Essentially, bait and switch states that dealing damage with all equipped weapons within a short time gives this weapon a damage boost. This is a 30% increase in damage, which lasts for 10 seconds, and it's really perfect for DPS rotations. Enhanced bait and switch allows this to last longer, cranking that timer up to 11 seconds. Now, there isn't any reason to not recommend this perk on the sniper. Granted, if you do actually want the most damage, Chaos Reshaped is going to offer 5% more damage if you guarantee you're at ×2 whenever you're using it. Now, moving on from those two damage perks, we also have triple tap. This is an interesting one to see in the fourth column, as it's normally a third column option, but rapidly landing precision hits will return 1 round to the magazine. Now, you know the drill here, guys. Land 3 shots that are crits, 1 bullet will come back to the mag, and you can keep doing this back to back until your mag is empty. The enhanced version of this simply just increases the window that you have between those precision hits. Now, would I recommend this perk by itself? No, but you do have some interesting combinations here. For instance, rewind rounds and triple tap. It's a bit gimmicky, and of course we're losing out on any damage, but this combo does allow you to shoot your entire reserves without reloading. So if you're into blowing your load, then this is your combo. Now, for my folks wondering about the combination of chill clip and headstone, there's no crazy synergy that happens here, at least between these two perks. However, with that being said, if you're looking for a weapon to just lean completely into stasis, then yeah, critical anomaly with headstone and chill clip, that combination works. Now, as for what combos I actually recommend, we're going to touch on those in just a second. We now need to look at the origin trait, that being collective purpose. It reads, gain bonus range and handling when near allies. Bows receive faster draw time and swords receive faster charge rate. The effect scales with the number of nearby allies. Now, this is a pretty good perk, but not really for a sniper rifle. The draw time increases for bows, and the charge time for swords, it's pretty nice, but for a sniper, we don't really need extra range. This is not really something outside of maybe the small bump there in handling that you'll notice mid DPS phases. Now, with that aside, there are 2 combos that I want to talk about. Those being chill clip and a damage perk, and reconstruction and a damage perk. Now, I don't have a damage perk specifically listed in these combos, as you really can use either Chaos Reshaped or bait and switch. For the testing we're going to do though, we'll be using Chaos Reshaped at ×2, but I understand if you want yours crafted with bait and switch instead. But breaking down these 2 combos, we are essentially posed with one question. Are double damage perks better than less reloads? That being chill clip versus reconstruction. Now, looking at our base DPS with a mag of 5 across 10 shots, we get a total damage value of 402,000 and 10 damage, with a DPS of 36,939. Then if we look at this with chill clip plus Chaos Reshaped, we get 2 shatters across the whole thing with a flat 35% bonus to our damage. This gives us a total damage value of 581,334 damage and a DPS of 53,416. Now, if you look at the more traditional reconstruction plus Chaos Reshape roll, we're looking at 10 shots without a reload, giving us 542,710 total damage, but with a DPS of 72,207. Now, the total is slightly lower since we don't have the shatter, but not having to reload actually keeps our DPS quite a bit higher. And as you simulate out more and more ammo spent, chill clip offers more damage, but the reloads just hinder it so much, keeping it behind DPS wise. You can also make an argument to have rewind rounds take reconstruction spots, but I personally prefer the availability that reconstruction offers, as you technically never have to reload as long as you give it enough time. Now, for some context, looking at my personal favorite sniper for DPS, which is Supremacy, which you can get rewind rounds and bait and switch on, this deals much less damage, but takes much less time to rattle off 10 shots. Our total damage value here is 386,356, but our DPS is 99,065. There's a reason why people use rapid fire sniper rifles, especially in solo runs of dungeons. So while Critical Anomaly has some of the juiciest perk combos available and an aggressive sniper, our current meta isn't going anywhere unless Bungie does something for aggressives. And if we take a step back and look at the grand DPS landscape, we're either holding down the trigger with one weapon or doing damage swaps. And in those cases, Critical Anomaly doesn't fit in too well. With all that being said, I think this will become my go-to sniper rifle for Grandmaster Nightfalls, particularly when dealing with champions. While Critical Anomaly may not hold the highest DPS, it has the ability to counter both overloads and unstoppables from any range. And that's the way you need to look at this sniper rifle. It is a utility weapon. One chill clip shot will immediately stun an overload champion. 2 shots will cause a freeze, and that shatter can stun unstoppable champions. So often I have found myself stuck behind behind cover as some overload pins me down with sniper rifle shots. And the problem is they could be just out of reach. And now you can safely stun them from any distance. And then continue to do damage with the sniper rifle itself, especially if you're pairing this with Chaos Reshaped. And you know what's even better than stunning 2 types of champions with 1 weapon? Stunning all 3. If you take our previous functionality, but get yourself Radiant, either through your subclass or artifact, you can then pierce barrier shields. And since shield clip is what's stunning the champions and not weapon damage, you never have to worry about any of that confusing overriding stuff. It's not like, hey, you gotta get Radiant first, or you can't apply chill clip as it will conflict with Radiant. None of that here. Critical Anomaly truly is the best utility sniper rifle in the game, tackling everything you need in in-game content. Now for my PvP players, you can never go wrong with opening shot, quick draw with snapshot. This is always a great perk. When we talk about sniper rifles inside of PvP, it really just comes down to feel. How well does it land crits on Guardians, especially under fire? The problem is that sniper rifles have really been dialed back a bunch when it comes to taking damage from enemy players. That flinch is noticeable. With that being said though, that is a solid perk combination. And if you so wish to use Critical Anomaly inside of PvP, you most definitely can. I will say my biggest complaint with the sniper rifle inside of PvP is really when you aim down sights, you see the things on the outer edge of the scope. I know it's a small thing, and I'm sure some of you probably don't care about this, but it's things like this that kind of clouds your field of view. And I would just prefer that just not existing anywhere on my scope. I want to be able to see everything and not have anything obstruct my view when trying to snag targets that peek their head in my scope. Other than that though, guys, this is a sniper rifle you can most definitely use inside of PvP if you so wish. So guys, that is our review there for Critical Anomaly. Again, you can get the craftable role or you can get the adept role, both of which can have enhanced perks, with the adept form having multiple traits that can be enhanceable in a single column. Good luck to you on the grind, guys. This is truly one of the more unique weapons this expansion. Fellas and ladies, thank you all for coming and watching, and as always,
slap that like button like your mama told you right.